Hello everybody, I guess we can start a little early today. Welcome, Danny, Moto45, anyone else who is watching the stream right now. Please say hi in the chat so that I can welcome you. Wooter, hey, hello. Did it snow there, Moto? Yeah, that's Canada, I guess. We just had a snow couple weeks back, I think 2 weeks ago. There's nothing on the ground at the moment. It's sunny and cold in Indiana, and I think Washington looks great too. Perfect weather for VFR. Wooder, you're starting your engines. We will start ours here in a second. Pretty different aircraft. I'm pretty new to this guy, so it's going to be a little bit learning curve, and you guys will be guinea pigs along with me to learn this aircraft. I didn't had enough time to practice this aircraft. It's an interesting one, but we'll see. I'm using the one with the floats by thinking we might land on water a little bit during this VFR flight, and let me see if I can switch the screen and show you guys the route that I planned. Maybe that might be something. Where is my little nav map? Alright, just a little bit. It is giving me some trouble. Did we get it now? Yep, we did. Okay. And let me keep the chat in front of me to see you guys and what you are talking about. Yeah, I mean, I just tried a little bit, and this aircraft model is a little bit interesting. It doesn't come with cold and dark even if you start at a ramp. I think I am parked at ramp 150, and I have a KDCA Ronald Reagan International Scenery, so it might be different than what you see if you are using the default one. So apologies for that, because mine is a little bit different. I have the landing lights on, I see there, which they shouldn't be on at this point. You posted a picture of the snow. Is it like too much on the ground? How many inches? Let me see, I'm just curious now. Oh wow, that's a lot of snow. You can even make a snowman. Oh, Captain Megazen, and sorry to hear that. I hope she is okay, or he is okay. See you next time. Thanks for stopping by, and we are very sorry to hear that you need to go to the doctor for your little one. I hope everything is fine. Alright, what I was saying, yeah, let's jump into the cockpit for a second and take care of the lights. So the beacon fine, but landing lights should be off. This is, I think, the nav lights. Let's go outside and see what's happening. Yep, that's nav lights. Strobe is the second position on that rocker switch. Nav landing lights are now off, and I think you can extend or retract them somehow. Is it that one? Or do I need to like hold this switch down? I can't, to be honest, I don't know. And I'm not seeing well enough what it is. Yeah, it's down and up, maybe up. Yeah, that's what it is. So it retracts and it extends the landing lights if you do this, like you see there. Alright, we'll look at the startup procedure a little bit. Shouldn't be too hard. It should go like any other turboprop. I haven't tried the autopilot, so we might be flying manually, no autopilot, by hand today. But what I was trying to do is share the route with you guys. Oh, they say you need to take him to the hospital? I wish you well, Captain Magazine, and so sorry to hear that. And thank you very much. Even you are rushing to the doctor, you are still donating to support the channel. Thank you very much, my generous friend. I hope he will feel better and nothing serious. Wishing you the best. Thank you very much. Alright, back to the route. Let me switch windows, guys, and so that you can see little navmap window here. And this is what I planned. So that's us right there. We'll take off from runway 19. Okay, and then follow the riverbed as much as we can, fly above the water. Probably low at 1,000 feet, maybe even less. And then there are some bridges that we can try to pass under. That could be fun. And then we'll follow the riverbed until we reach the sea. Okay. We take a shortcut here, but we can also turn around there and then go like this. And we will eventually get to the sea. We fly around the coast a little bit and then make our way into our destination airport, Chesapeake Regional. Okay, that's the plan. We'll do a traffic pattern, maybe even come like this, and then make our regular traffic pattern and land. I am at East USA, Wouter. If that's what you are asking. But that's the route, guys. I hope it's okay. And if we end up flying manually with no autopilot, or we are running low on battery, by the way, we need to get going and start the engines. Let's do that first, because take a look at the screen here. Oh, no, that's the oil pressure. Okay, but yeah, it's still green, but we should start the engines as soon as possible. Let me switch the windows. There we go. Alright, so now we can talk about starting the engines. As far as I know, you turn the beacon on, which is already on right there. Landing lights will stay like that, and then we'll turn the starter and ignition switch, remove the guards, and turn them both to on. There is a fuel valve somewhere here in this cockpit. Looks like it's already turned on, or I don't know if it's operational or not, so that's that one. And this should start our engines. We'll move from low idle to idle and keep the prop full forward. Hey Captain Maddie, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming and joining. We are just starting up our engines in the Porter PC-6. Fairly new to this aircraft, so expect some mistakes. But now we have the engines running. We are all good right now. No flight plan. We'll try to turn the flight director to on, although the NXI doesn't recognize that. And what's going on? Okay, let's keep engines at idle. We don't want too much engine power right now. So I don't know, the flight director is not there. I don't know if the autopilot will work with the NXI. It might not be compatible, but we will see about that. So let me jump outside and take a look around to see if I can locate some of you guys, if you are flying with us, and see where you guys might be at. I do not see anyone. Maybe you are parked at a different location, so that might be why. And I have the different scenery for the DCA, so that's probably part of the reason as well. But all good. We are ready to pretty much roll at this point because there is no flight plan to set, and we will be just flying at our own pace, probably manually. Our taxi route is a little bit long right now. We need to take a left turn towards there, and then this is where we join the taxiway and taxi around to get to runway 19er. So that is the plan. That weird noise, I don't know where it was coming from. This might be due to AI traffic from OGI. I'm not using it, but it still has the models and liveries. That's why you are seeing an Alaska aircraft back there. Maybe I can change the drone speed a little bit and fly around with the drone to take a look. Okay, cryonic saucer is here. Oh, okay. You didn't do your big flight to cross the Atlantic and just did some Christmas shopping. That will come. I had a lot of fun with the Coronado Piper P-34T over the weekend. Actually, I quite like that aircraft. It's fun to fly around, and I like the cockpit and lighting and everything, so I just kept coming back to it. Alright, couple aircraft here. We have Wouter over on this side. We found him. Oh, Captain Maddie is about to land Warsaw, and that's okay. Let's see, fly around. Well, the airport is pretty much empty. I don't know why it's not generating any live traffic. Maybe it's not here. There is a United Express CRJ here, and there's an Alaska Airlines, but nothing else. There is an aircraft landed. Is that a... Oh, that's a traffic aircraft, looks like. Well, this shouldn't be here anyway though. Air France hub CRJ at Washington is a little bit unrealistic. There is another user with a Boeing 787 with a KLM livery. Gonna hit that CRJ. Oh, that's fun. I can sit here and watch this all day long. It's fun. There's an American Airlines 1107 from Chicago on final. So, where did you start? Oh yeah, Maddie. Warsaw from where? And back to us, I guess. Our engines are running. We are consuming fuel right now. So if you guys are ready, I am ready. Let's start taxiing to runway 19er. Ah, okay. After you pack, you'll be on the third leg to Copenhagen. Are you flying on Vetsim or something, Maddie? Yep, that American Airlines is about to land. You see it coming. Or actually, is it taking off? Oh no, I lost my view. There it is. It's taking off to Chicago. That was fun to watch. Oh, you started at Dublin. Wow. Interesting. 3 legs. Alright guys, let's get going. As I said, we will turn around and we'll go to left. Quick tap on the brakes to make sure they are working. And we'll just take this left and turn around a little bit because I didn't want to use the pushback tag, and we'll keep going towards this taxiway and then join where we need to go. So we'll take this right. I need to slow down a little bit. These engines are a little bit fast than I want, or the aircraft picks up more speed than I want. so I'm coming back on the RPM to reduce the RPM to slow the aircraft down. I don't want to use my brakes all the time. Thank you very much, sir, for blocking the taxiway for us, Mr. Fuel Truck. So we'll go around like this, follow that truck to runway 19er. There's an Alaska Airlines at the gate, as you see there. Your flight sim called it Infinite Flight. Yeah, I really want to do a multi-leg flight myself. Yesterday I took, oops, wrong way. I need to join from here to this taxiway and follow it until the end, which will take us to runway 19er at the end of this taxi route. Let's keep slowing down with the brakes. I don't have a way of controlling the power on this thing. I came back on the RPM quite a bit, but it still picks up speed very fast. So this taxiway should take us to runway 19er, and we'll take off and fly low this time, around 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet. Yep, this is a tall plane, I agree. It is, with the floats and everything. And I find myself using the brakes a lot to slow it down. I can feather the prop, that's a good suggestion. Now it's all the way back, and see if it will help with picking up speed, but it picks up a lot of speed. So I'm not sure. And I know this one has reversers, which I didn't set, so my controller is not set up properly. It's using the GA aircraft profile, but I think we should be fine. And what we forgot to do is we never looked at the taxi lights and all that, so I'm not sure where they are though. Maybe we should stop and take a look at that, or we should not worry about it. Yeah, the feathering the props is changing the pitch angle of the propeller so that it doesn't generate any power to pull the aircraft. So, you know, the props needs to have an angle to generate pull. We'll cross this runway very amateurishly without looking if anyone is landing or taking off. But that's what feathering is called, Captain Mehdi. The prop will change the angle and it will not generate any power. Okay, Wouter is here, and Dre 00751, I don't know if he's one of the guys or viewers right now flying with us. We will line up and then take a look at the lighting condition, taxi lights, landing lights, because I haven't done that, and that's on me. It wasn't a good job piloting. Taxiing here with no lights. ATC would be probably very unhappy with me. Alright, we'll stop here. We know this is the landing lights, right? So, and we'll throw them down. And I don't see taxi light here, but we'll turn the strobe on. This aircraft will not need flaps to take off. I am planning to land couple times on water, Modo. We can try that. So we'll see. Let's jump outside and see. So landing lights are on. Actually, I'm not sure why the other one is not lit. Does this has like two different switches for the landing lights? I'm not sure. It's a weird aircraft for me, to be honest with you. So I don't see a secondary, and we shouldn't have the ignition on. The engine is running. I am not sure, guys. No sign on the other landing lights, so this might be something that they need to fix later on. We turn avionics master to on. let's go over there and take a look at couple switches we have here. Step trim, we don't need that. Fans, we don't. Prop DIs, NTIs, we'll probably not need that. Left pump, external fuel control, I'm not sure about this. As I said, I have very limited experience with this aircraft, so we'll stick to what we have here, and we'll probably trim and fly by hand. Oh, Danny, so to start, when you load into the aircraft, unguard the switches and turn them both to on, and then move the mixture to idle or full forward and prop control to full forward to start the engine. And then there is a fuel valve down here that I believe you need to turn on so that it turns on the fuel. So on my flight I did a stopover at Genoa before Warsaw. I like to fly in Europe. It's short distances, you can see a lot of places, and you can experience landing takeoffs couple times in a flight. Alright, just waiting for Danny. We will take off until after he joins us, and we will fly low above the water. That's the plan. And I'm just a little bit nervous, to be honest, because I'm not sure what to expect from Autopilot if I have to turn it on and take a look at the chat and maybe look for a question for the next stream. If I can't, we will do this questions when we land, or maybe one of you guys can help me with the questions this time around. Everything is running, just not the plane. It won't move. Have you checked the parking brake and released the parking brake? I think it's... Oh, and you need to unguard the yoke that's locked, so for free movement, if you lock this you won't be able to move. That's the other thing, you need to unlock that. And then there is parking brake somewhere here that should be that one. Let me see. Oh no, this is the parking brake right here. Okay, it's kind of hidden, so that's the off position, I believe. On position, if you press it in, it's the off position or something like that. So let's see. Yep, that's off if it's in, and that's on if it's out. So check the parking brake, Danny. Interesting aircraft, I know. I'm just nervous because of this too, because I didn't have enough time to fly this thing. Is this working, by the way? Emergency locator transmitter. Oh, looks like it is working. Alright, let us know, Danny, when you're ready, and I'll jump outside and take a look and see who is here. So that's Wouter. Cryonic Saucer is Danny, he is back there. It's weird. Yes, Moto, I agree, it's weird. I would probably feel more comfortable with a 152 or 172. This one is a little bit interesting for me as well. Yeah, looks like someone built it in their garage with some steel profiles and fiberglass and an engine. I don't know. Let's see if Danny can move. He is over there. I see him right there. And let's go and check on him. Alright, Danny's here. What's pushing my drone? I'm not touching anything, but the drone keeps moving. This is also interesting now. Oh, my aircraft is rolling. Where am I going? I thought I had the brakes. Oh, when you go outside it just turns the brakes off. I'm glad I catched it very quickly. I should have set the parking brake before using the drone. Anyway, we'll get back. Okay, Danny, sorry about that. I think next time we'll fly something that we all know and feel comfortable about. This aircraft is quite new to me as well, and just expect some mistakes or some unexpected behavior or even crashing. I hope doesn't happen because I have the damage turned on. Maybe I should turn them off before we start flying. That's a little bit cheating, but let's do that. Assistant options, I think it was here. Failure and damage. Crash damage is disabled. Stress damage is disabled. Icing effect can stay like that. I need to remember and fix that when we are done, just in case. I haven't tried, and I don't know why you have to go into the developer mode all the time to turn the replay on. So I need to go here, turn the developer mode on, options, and it's checked, but it doesn't do anything if the developer mode is turned off, and you have to do this every time and then turn off the developer mode, and then you will have the replay option here. There it is. I always try to test this, but I always forgot hitting the record button, so I haven't tested anything. Anyway guys, so we are pretty much ready, I guess. Let's go and take off and see what happens when we are up in the air. Alright, let's increase the throttle, watch our engine parameters and do not over torque. And it's hard to control too, I'm telling you. I'm applying a lot of right rudder to stay on the runway. Well, anyway, it's a little bit straight, and there's a American Airlines aircraft coming towards us on final, so I think this is a good speed to rotate, maybe? Yep, so we slowly lift. Oh no. Please go away. I need to get out of that frequency. Alright, better. Now I need to trim the aircraft, come back on the throttle, and look for a level flight. And now we will fly following this river. Just trying to trim so that we don't climb. And we are hearing some outer marker. But yeah, that's it. There is a bridge back there. I don't think we can cross under that one, but we can try to fly closer to that bridge and, you know, see a little bit. I wish I had, yeah, the gear ups. Good reminder, this actually has a gear because of the floats. Thanks Modo, you have always been a very good co-pilot. Alright, just watching the airspeed and trying not to go too fast. And that's water. Let's get closer to that bridge and fly around. Well, this is fun actually, but you know, it will limit my... Don't sink. Yeah, I'm not sinking. Thanks for reminding me. I'm just trying to maintain the speed and fly accordingly. There's a JetBlue on final. You guys see that? Right there. It's good to see a busy airport with a lot of traffic coming in. Alright, I'm still not able to trim this thing. You're still climbing and I don't want to pass 1000 feet. And I'm not sure where the vertical speed indicator is. I think now it is trimmed. At least the altimeter is not moving. And I haven't set the barometric pressure, so let's do that too by pressing the B key. And we'll follow the riverbed on our own pace. We can go a little bit faster, close to 115 knots. This is the max this aircraft does. And we will try to land on water at some point. Water is way ahead of us. He is just flying away. Alright, let's trim more. We started climbing again, and as you touch the throttles, you have to trim again to maintain level flight. Well, we're good, I guess. I can look outside a little bit, see where you guys at. Wrong button. Oh my, where this, yeah, I'll keep the instruments here. I don't need them at all, but this is something that I have to turn off again. So, yeah. We can fly a little bit lower than this too. We can go down because we are nearing to 2000. I'd like to fly just above the water. And we are overspeeding now, so let's come back on the throttle. And we'll make that right turn towards this side of the river. There is another bridge, I believe, there. So let's get down close to the same altitude as water. Yep, this is slow, very slow moto. It's made for, I believe, landing on water or taking people to high altitude places like, oh, there's an F-18 again trying to do sonic boom, I guess. Someone is having fun. Alright, let's now keep the speed. And I think this is good enough to fly around. We'll turn around this side. Very slow aircraft, I agree. But we are flying and trimmed nicely, so that's good. Are we descending? I'm just trying to see the altimeter right there. I think we're good. Slowly maybe descending, but it's stable. It's completely fine to fly by hand and follow the riverbed, look around. I wish I had track AR. The last update introduced some problems, therefore I'm not able to look around in the cockpit as I would do and like with track AR. Yep, you would be very fast in PA-44 with dual engines than this guy. But I think this is a heavy plane too, Moto. Like, look at the size of this thing and how tall it is. It flies nicely though. I enjoy the flight so far. And we can try to do a touch and go and land on water, but we will do that later on. So right now we will follow the riverbed and see where it takes us. I think the scenery looks great around us. I thought about flying over Washington City a little bit, but with this aircraft, yeah, a little bit hard to do that without knowing how to fly this thing properly. So that will happen maybe sometime later in this World Tour series. But look at that coast. Like, let me use my mouse at least to look around. That's beautiful. And just FYI, I'm using high-end settings to give my graphics card enough juice to stream and process the video. Alright, Captain Maddie says he took off from Copenhagen, to Copenhagen. That's a nice airport to land as well, Captain Maddie. We are flying very low. Oh, can I? Okay, I'll look it up after the stream mode because I miss using my track AR. It makes a lot of difference. And like last time we discussed, I started looking to the VR headsets after talking to Captain Megazenon. Oh, there's an aircraft with no props turning. Oh, that's Cryonic Saucer. Did I see it wrong, or the props were not animated, not spinning? Yeah, it pauses on me and I cannot get it back, so maybe I need to, yeah, I need to set that up and try if it works, because I already have a button set for the pause, but maybe I need to duplicate that profile for the sim to recognize it. Because what happened is when I paused, I couldn't get it back. That's what happened with me. Alright. We are taking almost a 90-degree right turn to follow this riverbed. And there is nothing wrong about, you know, going towards the coast, taking a look around the scenery, and, you know, flying like that. And I think we are trimmed up nicely. I feel like we are descending a little bit, but aircraft should come back to its trim setting and fly level. Yeah, the Spitfire, I know you want a Warbird model, and I think that Spitfire is good, but I would vote for the Corsair. We are a little bit lower than I like, so we need to get back on. Yep, climb a little bit, which it is already doing, so that's nice. Let's retrim to maintain level flight. I think that's good enough, and trim setting is a little bit interesting in this aircraft. I mean, I would usually set the horizon to an inch above the glare shield, but in this aircraft it's a little bit different. Oh yeah, a well-detailed Mustang. What is your favorite World War II warplane? So for me, I always like the F4U Corsair, and the Messerschmitt and Mitsubishi Zero are good planes too. That would be interesting. It should have radios, wouldn't it? Like, you know, all the World War II planes have radios, so I would imagine that it would have radios. Nice calm flight, I guess, guys. Everything is going nice and smooth. Good weather for VFR flying, and it's been a long time I have done it like this, hand flying an aircraft. Yeah, for the big World War II, B-29 Flying Fortress is one of my favorite World War II bombers. But for the small fighter planes, it's going to be, I think, the Corsair, I would say. I like that shape of the wings and the blue paint on it for the US Navy. We climbed just a little bit, I guess, to 500 feet. I think that's okay. But whenever you guys want, let me jump and see, because the aircraft is flying very stable right now. Water is back there. And there is another live traffic over there. JetBlue. Cryonic Saucer. Water. Yep, you guys are here. That's good to know. Hey David, thank you very much. I'm doing great. How about yourself? Thanks for joining the stream and welcome. Alright. Let's see. We are perfectly on our flight plan according to little navmap, which I believe I can share with you guys as well. So let's do this. And you will see where we are at if I transition to little navmap. See that? That's us following just fine on that flight plan route that I created. So we are doing good. Let's get the chat window back. That's great to hear, David. P-40 and the Hurricane. Yeah, I don't know, World War II warplanes, they are all good, I would say. Should we try the autopilot, guys? I'm not sure. I am just a little bit curious. Auto trim, autopilot. Well, now we have some basic controls here. Let's sync the heading and see. Now we are on heading mode. Looks like the autopilot is working. We can go down a little bit. Oh, that's good. We have autopilot. There's this old guy here. Yaw trim, let's make it auto too. It will trim for yaw. And we'll go down to a selected altitude of maybe 300 feet. Yep. Let's see if it will get down and capture that altitude for us. Alright, time to turn a little bit towards left. Like so. I love the NXI and how it shows you your flight path. Alright, 300 is captured. Looks like we are a little bit over speeding. So let's come back on the throttles and slow us down a little bit. Alright, that's better. Yeah, it works like the old ones in Piper Seminole and Seneca. I agree. Seneca has a much more basic one, to be honest with you. It doesn't have the altitude capture mode. You have to press that button physically when you are at the desired altitude. So that's what the Seneca has. But it's all fun. Alright, it's a little bit brighter than I like. Just a little bit towards left too to follow the riverbed. Oh, there you are. That's Wouter, I assume. We'll see the gamer tag here in a second. Yes, that's him. Wouter, your landing gear is down, so if you haven't retracted your landing gear, just letting you know. Nice flight so far. Now I can go outside and take a look, because the autopilot is taking care of the flight right now. Well, which is nice to know that it is working. And if you guys want, we can try to land on water anytime you guys want and take off again. Just a little bit more to the left. And yeah. Very nice, guys. I mean, I have to learn this aircraft a little bit more. It might be fun to fly. This one has that too, model. It came with the last revision, I believe, that you can turn on map settings. And over here, track vector, you can turn it on, and altitude arc is also in the NXI now. And enter that, go out of the menu, and you will see it when we climb or descend. And that track vector is when you turn, it will display your turn, like so, as you see. Yep, you have that in the NXI with 0.9.2 that just released. It is an option, which is nice to have it for situational awareness. So keep turning to the left. And I'm just looking around and trying to locate you guys. Yeah, this is very nice. The working title mods, the G1000 NXI is one of my favorite. It is great. Just a little bit more to the left. And following the riverbed. Should we get close to the coast? Let's do that. Yep, you can put in the jetways, airways. This unit is like, I don't know, it just gives me a smile every time I use the NXI, and I think I started liking the GA aircraft a little bit more than the airliners, where you have to deal with a lot of things, and that's more fun. Maddox, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you are having a great Sunday. Alright, we'll fly close to the coast, maybe pass over these trees. And then after this turn, maybe we can try to land. Let me see what we have around us after that turn. Actually, there is a Holly Springs Farm Airport that we can try to land, or we can land on water and then take off again if you guys want, just for fun. Now we are going to turn right, follow this riverbed again, and we can try to land around here if you guys want. I can turn off the autopilot, try to land and take off again, and that will be a little bit interesting. Shall we do that though? Let's do that. Let's slow down. Let's turn the autopilot off and go back to flight director, cut the throttle, introduce some flaps, and control the aircraft manually and land on water, and then take off again. I'm just curious to see how this is going to work. Alright, just descend a little bit. Let's land. Yep, let's land around here. There's nice flat water in front of us for landing practice, and we'll slow down. And remember, this is a turboprop. If you slow down too much, it will take some time for it to pick up again. So 70 knots is what we are aiming for as our landing speed. And as I pitch up, it should slow down. Yep, I know that we need to keep the nose up, otherwise we will crash. There we go, coming in nice and easy. One more level of flaps, and we'll just fly like this, let the speed bleed, and touch down on water. There you go, nice and easy. It's jumpy a little bit, but there it is. We are on water. There is no brakes, right? It's the reverser that we need to. And for some reason my rudders are not working, or I'm not able to turn. That's interesting. I'm able to turn to the left, right, but not to the left. So not sure what's going on here, guys. Alright, let's turn right, because I need some more water to take off. Alright, let's see if... yeah, I'm not able to turn, unfortunately. So I have to try to take off from here before hitting the land. And retract the flaps. Oops. Keep the nose up. And there we go, airborne. All good. We'll climb just a little bit, and then turn the autopilot on again, which should then sync and help us get where we need to go. I think we need to turn left, right? Yeah, we need to. Let's turn left. I just completely lost where I should be going. Let's not overspeed. Nice view back there. A farmland, I guess, with some farmhouses around. Oh, yeah, I probably didn't put down the rotor rudder modo. That might be why. Let's keep turning towards the water again. We'll try it again. Yep, that might be why. We'll try it again. Let me try to find that control. Is it somewhere here? Where is the water rudder on this thing? Cockpit fan, anti-ice, fuel pumps, stab trim, bus, fuel pumps. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, we are way faster than we should be. I'll keep looking for the water rudder and where it might be at. If you guys know, just let me know, because I don't. So the gear is up. Is it like that extends the rudder? No, that's the wheels. And yeah, my rudders are up in the air, so that's probably what the reason was. Rudder flap. I don't know where that might be, or the control for the water rudder. I don't see it. Oh, it could be this maybe. Oh, yep, found it. Right here. Alright, now we can try it again. Alright, one more time. Let's land. Let's slow down. Yep, I found it, Modo. Thank you very much. I found it. So we'll go flaps 1. Slow the aircraft down. And we will land again. Alright, looking for 70 knots. That is about right. Another level of flaps. Now we should start see the aircraft slowing down and descending. And one thing I need to do is turn off the autopilot, which I didn't. That's why we are not descending. But now we are. We'll pick up some speed close to 70 knots and then lift the nose and land. And I probably need to turn a little bit to the right to have enough distance to stop when we land on water. Alright, let's come down. Pick up some speed and then we will bleed that speed when we get down. Alright, nice and easy. We are coming down to 100 feet. Now time to lift the nose, keep it like that. Let's see. Yep, slow, coming on the water. And we should see the aircraft touching down here in a second. Come on, baby, you can do it. There we go. Let's slow down first and then put the rudder into the water. And now we should be able to turn this thing. Yep, that worked. That worked. Good. It's a little bit interesting, like using a boat. And I think it's well simulated. Let's keep turning. And I don't know why am I not able to turn to the left again. It's interesting. So yeah, see that it just turns to some extent and then it stops there. Not sure. But anyway, we have enough distance to take off, so I think what we can do is we can pick up some speed, get that off, and take off again. P-47 is the favorite airplane of World War II for Captain Mehdi. Alright, we are up in the air again. I'm gonna go turn the autopilot on, and the aircraft now should follow where we are going. Alright, that's good enough. Let me see where we are. We are going around here, and we will follow this horn and then turn right. Yeah, it could be a bug. That's weird. I'm not able to turn, but well, all good. Let's take the flaps in, and that will get us to the speed we want. And we will fly around and take a look, and I'll go outside and try to see you guys as well, and take a look at this beautiful coast we have around here. Alright, that's where we are going to turn. I hate this zoom function. There we go. You had to restart your final leg. What is that, like sim crashed or something, Captain Mehdi? Now I need to look for some questions, or Modo, you can also try to help me with that if you like. If you are not flying with us today, we can prepare some questions. Oh, the sim crashed. Oh, that's unfortunate, Captain Mehdi. Let's keep turning and follow this coastline. I am looking up some questions too, to see if I can find some questions about our destination that we are going right now. So let's keep turning. There's another bridge. Alright. You have none. I found some. Oh, that's interesting. I found one. I probably need to slow down a little bit. Yep, I am getting some questions ready, Captain Mehdi, for our next stream. So the first person who answers the question correctly will get to choose the aircraft we will be flying next time. And then the second question, that will be the destination from where we land. And this first question is about our destination, Chesapeake Regional Airport, or Chesapeake City. So I'm just looking for some interesting information to form a question. That's interesting. So I didn't know this, but this might make a question. Let me just try to form a question with this information and I will paste it to the chat, guys, for you guys to answer, and I have to keep an eye on my heading too to make sure I'm flying in the correct direction. That sounds about right. Chesapeake. So this will be sort of a fill in the blanks type of question, okay? So Chesapeake, yeah. Mac and cheese is their famous food, I guess. Could be. So here is the question, guys. Are you guys ready? I'm gonna read it first and then paste it to the chat, and you guys can guess. And this is probably going to be a guess game because I just learned about this place, so I don't have any knowledge about Chesapeake. Alright, the question is coming if you guys are ready. I'm gonna start reading it in the next 10 seconds. Just prepare. So it's actually Chesapeake. Chesapeake. Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't... Yeah, my pronunciation, I don't usually do a good job. So that's probably how it is pronounced. Captain Medi. Chesapeake. Chesapeake. Yep. That sounds about right when after reading what you said. So, anyway, back to the question. Coming. If you guys are ready or not, I'm gonna read it and post it to the chat. Chesapeake consists of more than 353 square miles of land area, which makes it the blank's largest city in the US. So I'm asking, what's the number that needs to go in that blank? So read the question. So Chesapeake is one of the largest cities in the US, and I'm asking which one of them it is. At what what's the number? So you guys can guess. So interesting that it was one of the largest cities in the US. Modo says 10th. That is not the correct answer. Let's turn a little bit towards left, and I need to keep an eye on the chat to see who gives the first correct answer there. So that's not 10th. You guys need to keep guessing. Yep, anyone else who wants to make a guess? Captain Medi? Modo says 13th. No, it is not. Danny, I know you are around here. You might want to take a guess as well. "91st. Nope, that's too far, Captain Medi. Well, it's less than 13th. That's for sure. 22nd. You are getting far away, Modo 45. Your first guess was very close. So that's the hint. I know it sounds a little bit like cheating, but yeah. "17th. Nope. Keep going, Captain Medi. You're getting close. Modo says 9th. I'm not gonna give any more hits. There's a competition here right now between you and Captain Medi, so I'm gonna wait to see who is going to make the correct guess. It's a guess game, to be honest, because I don't know if I would have answered this with knowledge. Captain Medi says 2nd. Nope, that's not the second largest city in the US. That's for sure. 11th. Oh, you guessed it right, Mr. Modo. Actually, Chesapeake is the 11th largest city in the US. It's unbelievable, but it is. I didn't know until today. So congratulations, Modo. You guessed it right, 11th largest city in the US. So now, you get to pick what we are flying next time. There was a slight competition, but I think Captain Mehdi is also busy with flying too, so that made it a little bit harder for him to type his guesses, I guess. Yeah, I wouldn't guess 11th, to be honest with you, and your first guess after seeing 10th, I said, oh, he might be into something. Alright, let's jump outside and take a look around. Where is Wouter? I lost track of Wouter. Is he still with us? Oh. I don't see him anymore. Maybe he got busy and decided to leave us? Not sure. Or maybe he is back there in that unreadable gamer tags. Yeah, it's hard to guess. Alright, we will fly at this heading for a little bit. I think we are about to get to the sea, or ocean rather. Is that the ocean or sea? Oh, that's not quite the ocean. It's just part of the sea. Yeah, I don't see water around us anymore. You'd like to do a CJ4. That's for sure. Yep, we can do a CJ4 flight, and I promised yep, we haven't done it. I think in the last stream I promised to paint a livery, CJ4 livery for Hugh, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go and check the chat notes or replay the chat from the last live stream to see if it was the CJ4 or CRJ. I think it was CJ4. Yep, we haven't done it in a while, and I think there were some nice updates to that aircraft by the working title team, so that might be worth trying CJ4 again. That's a nice pick, Moto 45. Yeah, we can do CJ4. I can paint a livery. I'm pretty sure Hugh said it's CJ4, so we can have a world tour stream livery in a CJ4 next stream, and that gives us a little bit more options to travel in terms of where we are going next time from where we land. And I'm hoping, guess your aircraft and livery. The one that you are flying right now, Captain Mehdi? My guess for what he is flying right now is because he is going to Copenhagen, departed from if that's the correct answer, Aer Lingus A320 Moto 45. You are very good at this guess game, man. If that's correct answer, or if he said yes to the aircraft I am flying at the moment and delivery. So we'll see. I'm gonna make my guess too. So he started at Dublin, Ireland, so that makes sense to think that it is an Aer Lingus, and he is doing a 3-leg flight, so that gives, at least that needs to be an airliner. He started from Warsaw. Okay, yeah, to aircraft. A320, that would be my guess too, but your livery, I guess, because you are going to Copenhagen, is Scandinavian, SAS. That's what I'm thinking for the aircraft livery. A320 with a Scandinavian livery is my guess. SAS is yes. Okay, so it's an SAS A320. Yep, that's what I thought. I mean, it makes sense to think Aer Lingus when you departed from Dublin. But I think the destination, when you think about it, SAS might have made more sense to me. Yeah. So do I get to pick the next destination then, if I guessed it correctly? No, I'm just kidding. We will ask another question. I have some other fun facts about Chesapeake. Yeah. Unfortunately, I was watching and reading the news about the PMDG 737 this morning, and looks like it's not going to get released before Christmas. That's what people are thinking. So I was waiting for that aircraft from PMDG and hoping to get it by Christmas, but looks like that's not happening. But the good news of that is PMDG decided to change the pricing strategy, and probably we will see it at a lower price than the other variants for P3D and X-Plane, which was close to $150. I think they are going to drop the price, and what they said is because how they priced the DC-6, they sold the most DC-6s than any other platform in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So we should see hopefully a lower price for the PMDG 737NG when it's released. You want some more airliners, but you have to learn the 747. Yeah, I haven't done a good job with 747 tutorials as well. That's part of the reason is that aircraft is quite buggy, and the salty mod is not moving in a pace that I would like, so it is still missing a lot of functionality. Oh yeah, there is the Salty Simulation 747 motto, and you can find it in my Google spreadsheet where I list my add-ons that I use for Microsoft Flight Simulator. There is a link, and they haven't announced anything so far as I remember recently. It's still at 0.4.0 that they announced after, I believe, Sim Update 5 or something. Your aircraft is Boeing 747-400 SAS. Oh, so the Airbus A320 was the wrong guess, you say? I'm confused now, Captain Maddie. Alright, we are coming over to the seaside, and we need to turn towards there to follow the coast, and we are getting close to our destination. So let me ask you guys a question before I post the second question, and that will be the yeah, that's better than the default model. The Salty mod brings in some functionality, and they were able to, I believe, add VNav, which was missing from the 747 with the latest version. I haven't tested, so I don't know if it still works after the Sim Update 7. Oh, you gave the hint, Boeing. Okay. You said think Boeing, and I thought I gave the right answer by saying A320 SAS. So that's my bad. So that means you are flying in a different simulator than Microsoft Flight Simulator, Captain Maddie. Alright, nice and steady flight. In fact, just a little boring after finding the way to use the autopilot. And looking back to see who is still with us. I don't see anyone around us, to be honest. Well, Infinite Flight, okay, yeah, mobile flight sim. I know about Infinite Flight. Haven't tried it, but I heard about it. Alright, let's try. Well, should we start turning towards the coast? Not yet, maybe. Just a little bit more on this heading, and then we will turn right to heading 185. 50-degree turn, and we will head to our destination airport. Modo, just remind me, were you using the Honeycomb Alpha flight yoke in the sim? Was that you or was that Spooky? What's your controller setup? Okay, it's the yoke only, right? You don't have the throttles. Hey Sharik, welcome, how are you? Oh, Zytec throttle, okay. So how do you like the yoke? Is it like, you know, do you have any like wishes, like I wish this was like this, or anything that you can tell as a con? We are doing fine, Sharik. Thanks for asking. How about yourself? Alright, coming close to our turn. Just gauging where we are. We need to follow the coast right there. Fine and busy. I think it's good to know that you can stay busy. I am also busy during the weekdays at work, so I think it's a nice thing to be busy. Oh, preparation for FIFA 2022. Okay. You want the throttles but don't want to throw out $500. How much the throttles cost? Model. I thought they were around $250, $260 range. Aren't they? Alright, time to turn, guys, to heading 185. Yoke is smooth and feels durable. They said it's too big and takes up too much real estate on your desk. Is that correct? What's your mounting solution, like how you mount it? Going heading 185. Alright, that's it. We will be passing close to a marina. Maybe we can just change our route and see that marina a little bit. And I feel like I am the only one flying at the moment, because I lost track of everybody. I don't see Water, I don't see Cryonic Saucer, which was, I believe, Danny. Oh, you swept an R. Okay, same as the G29, which I also have the G920, the Xbox version of it, for Forza Horizon. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know, I need to find a mounting solution that's easy to swap, but also easy to put back on when I need the computer for something else, or not feeling like I'm flying. What's the scenario? So we are flying VFR Sharik on our way to Chesapeake Regional Airport. We flew following the riverbed, departed from Washington Ronald Reagan International Airport, and we are heading to a regional airport following VFR. I am currently on autopilot. I hand flown for a little bit and then turned the autopilot on to be able to see the chat. Yeah, the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke is like huge, and I don't know, people say it's good, but I don't know. It's a lot of money, to be honest. $500 for a yoke and throttle setup that is limited to dual engine setup. Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense, Danny. I thought I lost you for a second. That's okay. So what I'm thinking right now is to turn the autopilot off, hand fly a little bit more to enjoy the scenery, and just go towards the land a little bit and find that marina, and come back to our flight course and take it there. I hope we will fly level. The aircraft should start picking up the pitch and the trim again, and I don't want to lose altitude but fly over the trees as close as I can without crashing the aircraft. Alright, we are dropping the altitude a little bit. I think we need to trim up and climb just a little bit to be on the safe side, and I'm looking for that marina. Okay, how are the USB controls working for that yoke? Like, do you stick the USB cable from the behind and you keep the cable on your desk and plug it in whenever you need it, and the cable stays there? I'm just trying to trim and climb a little bit higher. There are some nice houses back there at the lake coast, which is like a good place to live, I guess, right? There is a small river over here on our left. Okay, alright, that makes sense. There is a farmland over here, harvested, ready for next season. Alright, that's nice. We are at 300 feet, and it's bad that we don't see the flight director, and I'm just trying to find that marina, which I guess is just a little bit ahead of us. Not quite at that coast you see in front of us, maybe later than that, after that shoreline you see in the distance. And I'm gonna turn a little bit around towards this side. It's a great yoke, I agree. It's probably better than my Thrustmaster Airbus side stick, which is the cheapest alternative to the other flight controls you have. And I never owned a yoke, and I don't know, it might be fun to experienced flight with a yoke that makes more sense in a GA aircraft than a side stick. Alright, and I know it has a metal shaft and metal internals. That's probably what makes it more durable. Is this a little bit of turbulence or ground effect or wind? I don't know. I don't have the wind option here, so let's see if we can see the wind information. And I need to set the barometric pressure. Yep, we have a little bit of crosswind. I don't see the 10 knots. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad, and I'm headed towards the marina. From what I remember, it should be on this side in front of us. Oh, you used to be using a Logitech Attack. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I mean, but you can have so many controllers, right? So you can't have everything. That will make your desk very, very messy if you have multiple controls for different aircraft, and it's an expensive investment, to be honest with you. But I think I like the throttle quadrant, where it gives you option to switch between an airliner and a GA aircraft with full controls for a twin engine setup with mixture, propeller, RPM and throttles. I think that's something nice to have, if you ask me. Yeah, mine is messy too, and I'm trying to find another desk with no drawers to make it a L shape. Yeah, I'm looking for that too, model. I want an L-shaped desk where I can put the keyboard to my left side, because I don't type when I'm flying, and keep my flight controls and everything I use for recording, streaming right in front of me where I need them. I am looking, but still was not able to find a good desk that I like. So it will be a little bit research, investigation, review, following type of deal for me. Or maybe I should just make it simple and go to IKEA and look for one in there. That might be cheaper, and they have so many different options. Nice riverbed here, nice small waterfront right there. Oh boy, this looks nice. I think the trim is better than any other aircraft I experienced in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like, I trimmed it and it's keeping the trim very nicely. No autopilot, hand flying right now, and we are maintaining our altitude. Although I climbed a little bit, so I need to go down a little bit. And what I learned about trimming the aircraft is you need to be patient. You shouldn't be doing sudden changes. And that's how you can trim the aircraft. Alright, the marina should be a little bit towards the right side, if I remember correctly, from what I have checked. Yeah, IKEA is great, I agree. Some of their stuff is, I don't know, exceptional. We are coming down nicely and slowly back to 300 feet, and we will see if we can find that marina. It should be right in front of us, from what I remember. I'm okay with Bing Maps, Sharik. To be honest, I think someone else asked this question, or maybe it was you again in the last stream. I don't want to add more to my community folder by switching to Google Maps. I know its satellite imagery has more resolution than the Bing, but it's more space in my community folder, which will also slow the simulator down when launching the sim or starting your flight. So therefore I am okay with the Bing Maps. I might try Google just a little bit to see how it is and how much the performance hit or gain or anything, like, you know, no gain, no hit at all type of thing. I need to review it myself. There is a highway down there which doesn't look like a highway, or maybe it's not a highway at all, and we should be very close to that marina. It should be somewhere at that coastline according to what I remember. Alright, let's turn the aircraft back. We are down to 350 feet, which is nice, and we probably will be able to locate the marina in front of us. I'm guessing it could be somewhere here. I'm just looking for it right now, and there are some nice places. When you think about this is generated from real life data, how lucky people who live around here. I think they are lucky people. That's what I think when I see these houses and pass around. I think that's where the marina is, this little cove here. You did not find much difference, so there is no point, I guess, to switch. I think for what I see on my screen, the visuals of Microsoft Flight Simulator, I think they are nice enough, better than any other platform. So I'm enjoying flying VFR in this simulator, and it's quite nice with the satellite imagery. Yeah, this is the first time, I think, in the World Tour series that I flew this close to the ground for a long time. And I think this is the marina right in front of us. Is it? Let's go outside and see if it is. I'd like to see some ships or boats. This should be where, maybe this is where the marina is. Looks like it. Yep, that is. See the boats from the satellite imagery? That's where the marina is. We found it. We found the marina. That's right there. So now we can go back on our course and start getting back to our destination. I'm flying a little bit low, so let's go and climb a little bit, and we'll follow that water line to join to our flight plan or flight path that we set up and discussed at the beginning. I can now go back to, probably go back to autopilot and maybe go a little bit higher than 300 and do 500 feet. And we'll see if the aircraft will climb on its own with a vertical speed of 100. Alright, let's turn left. I forgot to change my heading mode or synchronize my heading to my current, so we'll turn around again. You do wish they had an auto-gen asset for the docks. I agree, and the ships from the satellite imagery, some sort of code to recognize the ships from the imagery and maybe generate some boats and you know, ships, whatever. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? I think so. Alright, we are slowly climbing to 400. And we will be back on our flight plan path here in a little bit. As you see, very slow aircraft despite being a turboprop. I don't know, it is as slow as a 152, I would say. Alright, joining back to our flight plan. This is where we need to follow that coastline, and then that will be our destination in the distance. I think we are like roughly 50 miles away. We can make a slight right turn to join and pass over that land. And maybe we should climb to 500 for our traffic pattern and get ready for it. And do a vertical speed of Alright, are you climbing still? No, you are not. And I'm not sure why my vertical speed mode is not working. Isn't this a little bit weird? Well, anyway. It thinks we are at 500. Or whatever. But I don't see the vertical speed mode coming in. Maybe I should turn this off. Yep, that's it. Alt hold was blocking it. Still trying to remember this old autopilot unit. We'll go up to 500 feet for our traffic pattern. We are getting close to our destination. And then we will slightly keep turning to the right to follow this coastline here, which should take us to our destination airport. Alright, nice houses down below with a lot of boats and docks and whatnot. There's another marina, I guess, around here. Looks like it. Yep. Oh, a lot of boats here. And I never was able to see the live ship traffic in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I didn't see a single ship floating on water going to its, destination, whatever. There was an AI ship traffic mode that I tried. It didn't also give me anything, so I'm not sure what your guys experienced in terms of the boat traffic in Microsoft Flight Simulator and the ship traffic. It's not working for me. Almost ready to join our flight path. Just a little bit more and we will turn heading 202. I need to get closer to the PFD to show you. We are flying heading 152. We will turn to 202. 50-degree turn to right. And that will put us back on our flight plan path. Or, VFR path that I showed you in Little Nav map. Very calm flight, very nice weather, I would say. It's been a stabilized flight to see around Washington, Virginia, and go to Chesapeake. I hope I don't forget to drop the landing gear and think that we will still use the floats. It would be bad, I guess. And make sure my rudders are retracted. Yep, they are. Yeah, this is a very good area. Very nice scenery around us. This is default autogen scenery. And we are very close to make that turn. Just a couple more miles and we will be ready to turn. Yeah. Well, all in all, I think nice aircraft. It requires some polishing in the next update, hopefully. Like being really cold and dark when you start, all the switches turned off and whatnot. There is a mod that does that in flightsim.to. I didn't bother downloading that, but that's possible. Let's make that turn to 202. Just looking at the heading bug 202, there it is. That should put us back on our course to get to Chesapeake Regional Airport. And yep, we are getting close. Less than 50 miles, and I think we can track the distance. Well, we should be able to, right? Waypoint information. Let's put the airport here. Bring the cursor, click there, and KCPK. Enter. And that's the information. Runway is 523. All the frequencies, everything about our destination is here, but I'm not sure if we can see where we are in the world relative to this airport. I don't want to do a direct to and use GPS. I'm fine with current navigation like heading mode. There's a nice coastline coming up right below us. See here, and these gauges annoy me a lot. Oh, look at that. Very nice area. Actually, what we can do is, let's go back into the cockpit, check a couple things here. So, approach ILS. We can put ILS frequency 111.7 to our nav radio and put the bearing to see if it will display 111.7. Was it that? Yep. Let's switch and make it active, and if we go down, oh, Swiss Army uses these planes. I didn't know that. PFD options, bearing, and we'll put nav 1. We will not pick the signal until we get close, like 20 miles, but after that we should be able to see the frequency and our distance for some rough guidance. Yep, we are flying nicely, I would say. It's been a very nice flight, very good scenery, flying low. Water landing is fine, but without rudders working it wasn't that much fun, for me at least. I need to come back and try this more with a maybe different aircraft, and practicing some water landings to see some different places, and maybe also doing the same thing with the skis to land to some snowy mountain tops. Another nice little marina back there. Very nice area indeed, very nice. Alright, getting very close, guys. Just a little bit more, and I don't know if we will be able to see the distance. We probably will not. What we are using, let's change our CDI. Oops, not that one. Let's go back, change the CDI, and then now I can do a direct to and see the distance. Menu. Enter that and activate. So now we can see the distance on our bearing, if I put the bearing there. PFD options, bearing 1, 2. Yep, that it is 40 miles. So now we are able to see our distance. even we are not flying with the GPS. We are 40 miles away, actually 39 now, and we are getting close to our destination airport. I don't think I turned off the landing lights at all. Or maybe I did, or maybe they are not lighting up. Yep, landing lights are still on, but not sure. Why they are not lit outside. Well, anyway, we will land eventually, no worries, with or without landing lights. There are some more things that I need to learn about this aircraft, and I think, as I said, this requires some polishing by Asobo in the next update. Not sure if this stall tests. Oh, these buttons are working, looks like. Yeah, very strange. And it could be buggy too, so I don't know. External power, bus generators are on, auxiliary pump, we don't need it. Nav lights. What is this? Is that the beacon? Yep, that's the beacon light. We should keep it on. Landing light, even cycling is not doing anything. Maybe I should do this, maybe I should retract them. Turn them off. They are gone now. Maybe I should now extend them and turn them on. Still nothing. Interesting. Anyway. We are doing max speed and still have a lot of distance to cover. 35 miles. One of the slowest aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I guess. I don't know if I should go a little bit more faster than this, but I think I shouldn't. Yeah, let's maintain this speed. It's gonna take a while, but we'll get there. And I think we started to pick the signal from a localizer, but I'm not sure that's the one that we tried to see. Let's go back to the map, and that's the destination. Yes, Paul, this is a turboprop, but as you see on the speed tape, you can't go faster than 115, because that's yellow range is the stress range, so you will stress the airframe. Even this is a turboprop, it is not designed to go fast. And that's probably due to, I don't know, maybe floats, maybe something else, or maybe just the airframe itself. Yep, they need the docks for the seaplane bases. Actually, there is a water strip that I found in one of my tutorials when I was recording. It's in Juneau, Alaska. There is a water strip side by side with a asphalt runway or hard surface runway that you can land a float plane in there. That was interesting find for me. Yeah, that could be the floats, but the speed tape also shows the yellow range starting at 120 knots, so I shouldn't go faster than this, even though the floats are creating a lot of drag. I haven't tested the one with the landing gear to see if it's any faster than this, but I don't think Porter is a fast turboprop or made to fly fast. Maybe it's made to have a lot of power to take off from short runways and land pretty much anywhere with the ability to, you know, glide slower than any other turboprop. Oh, is it the biggest seaplane base in the world? Juneau, Alaska? I didn't know that. I just found it by chance when I was recording the stream and decided to fly to somewhere with snow and looking for an LDA approach to demonstrate. And that's where I found the LDA approach and decided to make it my destination. Yeah, I don't know too much about the Porter, so I don't know if the version that doesn't have the floats can go any faster than this. So don't quote me on that, but this one with the floats, the max speed is 120 knots. Well, anyway, we are coming. And getting close to our destination. 27 miles left. Yep, 27.6. So we'll be there shortly, halfway through where we started, and we'll do a traffic pattern and land this thing and end the stream there. But let me ask the second question, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, that's what we were discussing, Paul. All the marinas or seaplane bases are coming from the satellite imagery, and we were wishing there was a code to autogen the ships and the docks like they did with the bridges, so that the simulator can also autogen the docks for seaplane bases, which is what's missing. Alright, how you guys are with basketball? Specifically NBA. That next question about Chesapeake will be about NBA. There is an NBA player who was raised in Chesapeake, and I'm gonna ask the name of him. Okay? Are you guys ready for the next question? Alright, I think it's time for the next question before we land. I'm gonna read the question right now, and you guys who are watching the stream right now, please feel free to answer, and I encourage you to answer. The person who answers correctly will get to choose our next destination. We will be going with the Citation CJ4. So, who is the retired professional basketball player for the Miami Heat raised in Chesapeake? There is a basketball player, a professional basketball player who was raised in Chesapeake, played for Miami Heat until 2007. So let's see who knows NBA and Miami Heat's old players and can make a guess. This is the name of a basketball player from NBA who was raised in Chesapeake and played for Miami Heat until 2007. 2007 was his last season in Miami Heat, and then he was retired after that. Oh, you know nothing about the NBA. Okay. I was following NBA up until maybe 2007 or 2010, and then life got too busy and I just stopped watching the games, because from Turkey I had to wake up 4 a.m. in the morning to see the games live. Michael Jordan? No, John! Alonso Morning, yes, that's the correct answer. And by the time, this is first time I am seeing you typing in the chat, welcome to the stream. And yes, that's the correct answer. Alonso Morning, a former NBA player, was raised in Chesapeake. Great, it's great to have different people answering questions correctly. Now John, you won the chance to, or you won the chance to let us know where we are flying next time. Yeah, thanks for watching. This is, I believe, first time I remember you typing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was nice to see different people watching the stream trying to answer the questions. Great. So now you get to let us know where we are flying with the CJ4 in our next stream next Sunday. Pittsburgh. Yeah, sure. I think that sounds nice. Yeah, Pittsburgh sounds great. We are going to Pennsylvania to Kilo Papa India Tango, K-Pitt, Pittsburgh International Airport in our next stream, departing from Chesapeake. That sounds great. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm using the working title edition, Paul. I can't fly the CJ4 without that mod. It just brings so much different functionality and makes it a lot of fun to fly that aircraft. So yes, that will be the working title CJ4 next stream. Thank you very much, Frank. I try to do a different approach and explain a little bit more in detail and try not to assume my viewers know everything, all the acronyms and what the instruments mean and what they do and that type of thing. So I try to give a little bit more detail in my streams to promote learning a little bit more. Oh, actually there are some nice buildings over there. What are those? Oh, look at that. Is it like a port? Looks like a port. There is a ship there, if I'm not seeing wrong. And that looks like a port. Very interesting. Maybe it's not a port at all, but that's what I think it is. I don't know. Alright, coming to our destination, Chesapeake. We should see the airport towards our left side in the distance. I think that could be the airport right there. We are 14 miles away right now. How you can join these flights? Bikla, we start on Sundays. I post the schedule and you can spawn at that airport. I always keep the all players option on to see the gamer tags of everybody. And we just wait for everybody who spawned and depart and enjoy the flight. So we will be doing another one next Sunday, flying from Chesapeake, the airport we will be landing today, and going to Pittsburgh. So feel free to join next stream. Let us know about your gamer tag and we will wait for you. Is that some sort of scenery generation bug, or are those really buildings? I'm not sure about this. This looks weird. It looks like a port, but the buildings doesn't look right. Interesting. Yep, USA Server East is what I use in my live streams. No, we haven't seen the airport yet. It is somewhere there in the distance. At 500 feet it will be a little bit hard to see it from here. No problems, yeah. Thanks for watching this stream and being with us. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know, it looks like a screwed dock crane, right? Maybe the AutoGen thinks these are buildings instead of cranes. That could be it, Moto45, yes, you might be right, but that's definitely a port back there, with all the containers and everything on the ground. We might want to see. You made yourself clothes. Like in real life, Captain Medi? Oh yeah, Paul, the G1000 NXI, one of my favorite mods for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think it changes all the default aircraft significantly with the features they are adding. So yeah, G1000, I cannot fly without that mod anymore. I mean, it brings a lot to the G1000. So the default is pretty much crap after seeing what Working Title did with the G1000. So should be over there where we see this gamer, Rosy Pants. That should be where the airport is. As far as I can tell, that's what it looks like. And we should be getting close and maybe seeing the runway shortly, because we are very close, 9.5 miles, and enjoying the views of the city below us. I think this is Chesapeake. Could be. Flying over the houses. Very nice scenery. I enjoy flying low in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It makes me think like this is real. Oh, very nice place. And this Seasons mod, Modo 45, thanks for that recommendation. Bijan Seasons. It's a great mod to change the scenery based on the season and bring in fall colors to the trees. It makes it much more enjoyable to fly close to the ground. All right, we should spot the airport. Yeah, exactly. We should spot the airport anytime by now. I'm not seeing it still, but let's go outside and try to spot the airport. I'm looking for a runway strip, which I'm still not seeing, and it should be somewhere there. I don't know if it's a grass strip though. It says hard surface in the NXI, but it could be well a grass strip too. Should be over on that side. Alright, I think we need to make a left turn to spot the airport and do our traffic pattern for landing. Oh, you said in real life. Okay, what clothes you made, Captain Medi? Are you a tailor or do you like enjoy? Oops, forgot the heading and forgot that I was still on autopilot. Alright, let's get closer to the airport and try to spot it. And it must be on our left side right now. Is that the airport? Could it be? I'm still not sure. Still not seeing. This doesn't look like the airport though. Could it be? No. Yeah, I know I can always land on a lake. I just wanted to end this flight in the airport that we planned for. So I'll keep turning to the left using the heading bug and route us towards the airport. That's the airport right there you see in the screen. And we should now be able to spot the airport and then enter the traffic pattern, which also tells me that we need to start slowing down a little bit to enter the traffic pattern and use our flaps. Oh, landing in a swimming pool? Yeah, if we can stop though. With the floats, that's probably going to be impossible to stop this aircraft. Alright, the airport should be right in front of us right now. You have made 30 dresses. Are you selling them? Like, is it your job, Captain Medi? Oh, looks like this is... Oh, this is the airport, I guess. I think it has a grass strip. Or am I still just not at the right spot? This area looks like the airport. Yeah, I know. It's not working. Reverse thrust in this aircraft is not working. So we will stop with the brakes and try not to use the reverse thrust. Well, we should see the airport, but I still don't see a runway in front of us. It should be paved, I know that. That's what the NXI says. But, well, maybe there is no airport for us to land here, or maybe that's the airport right in front of us. We will find out here in a little bit. Oh, it's for you to wear, okay. Yeah, looks like this is the airport, guys. This section here looks like a runway, although the runway, yep, should be... Yep, that's it, that's the airport. See the strip? That's the airport. Let's turn the autopilot off and enter the traffic pattern and slow down. We'll go flaps 1. And I'm probably too close to the runway to make the traffic pattern. I need to go out a little bit and look for a 45-degree angle with the runway, and I shouldn't be climbing at this point. Let's see, just a little bit more, and that will be probably a sharp turn. We will keep the speed at 70 knots and drop our landing gear and follow like so, and then we will turn now and try to intercept the runway. We are at 250 feet, we shouldn't drop more than this, so adding more power to maintain the altitude and turning around to intercept the runway. That's a little bit wide turn. We'll get back on track here in a little bit and we'll go another level of flaps. That's our final level of flaps, and then slow down and land this thing. Alright, coming in nicely, nice and steady. Maintain the center line. First time landing this aircraft on runway, so it's going to be a little bit interesting. Now keep the nose up and reduce the throttle, let the airspeed bleed off, and I think we are down now. Yep, I dropped the landing gear. Paul, thanks for reminding. They are down. So you see we are on the landing gear. Let's brake and use this exit to vacate the runway. I don't think there are any buildings generated in this airport. Let's bring the flaps in. And there are no landing lights to turn off, I guess. I wasn't able to get them to work. So we will see, oops, where the buildings are. We'll go over on that side. There should be these should be the hangars in front of us, so we'll go there and then find the parking spot. Yep, not a bad landing, although it's hard to realize how tall this aircraft is and when you are expecting to touch down, to be honest. That was a little bit challenging to gauge without proper feedback from your controllers, or you know, not having that sense for the aircraft. Alright, I think this, we will take that next exit to the right and then find a parking spot. Yep, it was challenging to gauge the touchdown and the height of the aircraft. Well, also that's because of the first time landing this thing, probably. So we'll go here, find ourselves a nice little parking spot, and then end the stream there. So we have all the questions asked and answered. Next stream we will be flying the CJ4, and we will be going to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Alright, that looks like a parking area to me, so we will park next to that truck and shut down our engines, and that will be it. Or this looks like a building, like a terminal building. So we'll go over here. These lines look like parking spots. Maybe, maybe not, I'm not sure. But we'll go over here and park next to the grass. Alright, that's good enough. Slow down. Set the parking brake. And let's go outside and take a look. There we go. And what we can do right now is we can turn the engines off. If I can get a little bit closer to our mixture lever and try to operate that. It's always hard when they are hidden like this. There we go. That's cut off. And over here, oh, we'll turn that off. And we should see the aircraft stopping right now. There we go. It is still not doing it because there is something here that you need to click and bring this a little bit more towards the back. Yep, now it's shutting down. There's a cutoff switch that you need to turn. Let's turn off the avionics, we don't need them anymore. And that's it. We are down. Let's take care of the lighting. All can go off now. And we can retract the landing lights, turn off the internal lights, turn the gens off, battery off. Everything is now cold and dark. It is strange, yes, I agree. But we made it safe, that's what matters. And thanks for everybody who watched the stream and enjoyed this Sunday stream with an interesting aircraft and VFR flying from Washington to Chesapeake. Thanks, Danny. Take care. Thanks for joining and watching the stream, and hoping to see you in the next one. And this time, hopefully, you will not have any problems with the aircraft. Thanks, John, and thanks for being proactive and answering the question and setting our next destination to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's going to be a fun one next week with the CJ4. You are going to enjoy the snow. That's, yep. Sit by the fire. That sounds fun. Modo 45. I am hungry. I need to fix some lunch/supper and feed my empty belly with some food after the stream. But this was a very fun stream, guys. Actually, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the last one too. It was also fun. Last week, where we came to DC. And I think next one will be also fun as well. Alright, we will be ending the stream here. Just last final words in the chat, and wish everybody a great week next week. I hope it will be a nice week before the big holidays that's around the corner. And good luck with Christmas shopping, which is probably a little bit more challenging this year than any other year due to supply chain problems and everything. I hope you find everything for your loved ones to get them a little bit of something for Christmas. And I will be seeing you in the next stream, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks, Paul. All the best from me to you as well. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I haven't even started Modo 45. I don't know what to do and what to find and what to purchase. I have to start my shopping so that I can finish it. But enjoy your rest of the day, guys. Have a beautiful Sunday and a great week next week. I hope Captain Megazenon's son is not having serious problems, and I hope we will hear some good news from him next week. Take care and goodbye.